South Africa's construction sector contributes approximately 3% to the country's GDP, employing over 1.3 million people. The industry plays a pivotal role in infrastructure development and job creation, but its progress has been stymied by criminal groups commonly referred to as construction mafia. The situation is said to be out of control.
It's a sad reality that many projects are being delayed, suspended, abandoned. And there's a substantial wastage of revenue in estimated into the billions that has been through the process of this construction mafia.
Construction industry players shared stories about being held to ransom in what began as isolated incidents of extortion. But over the years, the perpetrators have become much more brazen in their demands and conduct. Legal experts say criminals have taken advantage of the country's 30% empowerment policy, which they say needs further clarification.
Some accuse this or suspect, as the Minister of Finance highlighted and the Minister of Public Procurement also emphasized recently, that this is a byproduct of the misinterpretation or the opportunistic interpretation of the Preferential Procurement Policy Framework Act. You will recall that it has that 30% community involvement or 30% benefits from construction projects need to be invested in local communities provisions. This has been the so-called loophole that some of these so-called business forums or mafia operatives have used to extort project work, but more importantly also hold ransom many of the projects.
Makara says many construction projects have stalled, adding that this criminal phenomenon has also been fueled by political opportunism and corruption.
Since 2019, we're looking at about 180 projects that have been affected by this, which has culminated in excess of 60 billion rand. That has actually been dealt with in various forms with extortion, violence and sabotage. We've seen that there's been also political interference and political opportunism.
Cliffe Dekker Hofmeyr says the solution lies in the establishment of strong anti-corruption fora as well as the proper enforcement of the law.
One of the things that we say usually work is that you must have a community-centric approach in trying to resolve this and also trying to alleviate some of the burden by actually involving the community in the response to the outlays of what the construction mafia does. Now, construction companies need to salvage the situation by ensuring that community involvement is at all levels of the construction project is engaged on. And that's where the correct people need to be, from your CSI, from your also community liaison officers, need to be involved.
Ultimately, there's a strong feeling that the country needs to enact a law that criminalizes construction mafia to ensure that their conduct of extortion through violence and other means is not tolerated. This would better empower law enforcement agencies to act decisively against offenders, thereby safeguarding project delivery timelines as well as the security of projects. With President Cyril Ramaphosa's vision of South Africa becoming an infrastructural construction site, it's believed that such an approach will go a long way in restoring order and progress in the construction sector. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.